As with any new assignment, there are certainly challenges. Surprises, we could call them. Don't worry, don't get up. Wasn't planning on it. Okay. It's starting to look pretty presidential in here. I feel like I'm talking to myself. You are talking to yourself. Okay, let's see. Pens. Huh. Maybe through there. Whatever you say, boss. Sometimes I wonder why we even replicated you.
How would you say you handle the unknown?
Well, I like to think I handle situations with grace, a determined spirit, and above all, without fear. Who the hell is this?
This is Dave.
It's very nice to meet you.
Cool, Dave.
Yeah, but who is he? We live in an abandoned space rock with no one but our own clones.
Well, technically, he's our one constituent.
Ooh, which reminds me, I'm working on this petition to get more...
Not now, Dave. He's a visiting astronaut from NASA. You ever heard of it?
I caught him stealing my markers.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, for sure did that.
I've been here about 2 years now. I was part of a team studying prismatic fields bouncing off the irradiated remnants of Mercury. Ugh, boring stuff. Move on, next. Well, anyway, we were gassing up before the second leg of our trip. I didn't realize comms were down, and I got left behind while using the bathroom in the moon base. NASA safety protocols really aren't what they used to be since they privatized. I voted against it. Why am I still here? Well, I mean, rescue missions take time, resources, and it'll be a few more years before my crew is due back for more research. But between you and me, I'm living my best life here. This is the kind of sabbatical I've needed. Some real Dave time. I've been teaching myself to paint. I'm like super into art lately. Like, there's so many colors. More than the 3 that I thought there were. And I'm working my way through all 500 seasons of Survivor. And I love it. More than I love life itself.
This is highly unorthodox. He doesn't even have security clearance.
It's just Dave. It's fine. I mean, look, he's the one that painted your portrait, remember? Look at that craftsmanship. The guy's a gem. He's my best friend.
You know what? I don't have time for this. Our presidential planning meeting is in an hour. And need I remind you, we both agreed we would come with 10 moon improvement ideas.
I remember.
I don't want to hear any pouting. If we're going to turn this place around, we need to improve our image.
I could paint a nice image.
Dave.
Get out! The wildest thing just happened. What have you got there?
Nothing.
Well, I still see it behind your rock.
No, it's nothing.
You show it to me. Automated After Dark, a Clark Cable novel.
It's not what it looks like.
You're reading RoboSmut.
It's a romance novel. And if you must know, I mostly read it for the robot building advice.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm desperate to find out if Clark Gable and his human lover Mesmerelda make it.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, they just changed his oil.
You didn't tell me you had
He's looking
pictures.
slick.
Ooh, let me like.
Yeah, these are good. Look
Clark
at
can
that.
get it.
27 abs.
That's not an ab.
I don't know about a lot of these new ideas. I mean, look at how many brand refreshes you pitched. We've got New Moon, Moon 2.0. We've got New Moon again, but with U's.
I like that.
The Alamoon. Yesterday's moon for tomorrow. What does that mean?
Look, I had to come up with 10 ideas. They weren't all going to be winners. But you know what? You didn't come up with a single idea.
Because I'm still trying to wrap my head around what you mean by improving the moon. I mean, we've been doing fine on our own for millennia. Maybe multi-millennia? How many how do you say millions?
Herschel, stop being pedantic. You know as well as I do, the moon base needs massive renovations. And don't get me started on what a joke we are when it comes to inter-array diplomacy.
Inter-array diplomacy? That's Mars business. This is Moon.
What's so bad about Mars business?
It's just so self-important. I mean, I'm sorry if it bores you, but the moon has a very real and a very important history, and I am just more concerned with preserving that.
Herschel, look around you. Do you think you're preserving some rich moon history right now?
Okay, well, those lights they're supposed to do that. They're more efficient, I'm told.
Herschel, let me ask you something. Do you want to be taken seriously? Don't answer that, because of course you do. Everybody does. If you want to actually preserve the history of this place, you need to force people to start taking you seriously.
Okay. Yeah, sure. The moon base could use a few minor upgrades. And yeah, it would be nice to be taken seriously. But not just me, my ancestors also, because, I mean, this whole moon base was named after my family, after all.
Herschel, the moon base? It's named after the moon.
No, it was named after my family. My full name is Herschel Moon. I come from a long line of Moons who have helmed this place since the early space pioneer days. My most famous ancestor, Theodore Moon. Theodore spearheaded the first Mars colonization mission. Now, that was such a big deal, they renamed the moon base in his honor. Well, I guess technically the name didn't change all that much.
Glark's thick, glistening pistons pounded harder in his sculpted metal chest as he watched Mesmerelda approach. It was like she had switched his codebase from binary to JavaScript, his black and white world transformed by complex new possibilities. Could this be possible? Glark thought to himself. Could this be what it is for a robot to love? In calculated motion, he reached for...
What is happening?
Shut the door, would you?
Is that my book?
Get over here.
What did you think of the twist?
Shut the door.
I have written over 150 robo-erotica short stories. We're talking Automated After Dark, 51st Updates, IOS&M, Filthy Greasy Gears, Sexy Cyborgs, Piston Pumpers, but that one's more about a basketball team.
Ooh, better toilet paper.
Agreed, but we still need to think of something bigger.
Bigger than 4-ply? Speak for yourself.
Take my waste reduction initiative on Mars. It was big enough I won an award and that put me on the map.
Well, no offense, but if you were doing so great, why were you stationed at a place that you once described as never a planet?
My problem was I didn't pick the right moment for my success. It was a classic blunder.
Your success was a classic blunder.
People took notice of me right before my boss was up for re-election. Now, if I'd been medium successful, he would have picked me as his running mate. But I was so successful, he saw me as his competition, hence my exile to this not a planet.
Okay, so you succeeded too hard.
If it isn't the old windbag now.
We're in the middle of a meeting.
Alistair, so good to hear from you. You know, it's so funny. We were just in the middle of a moon rejuvenation planning session. Oh, not at all. This is a great time. In fact, it's a good thing you called. You can bring us back down to the reality of the Red Planet tape you have to contend with. Oh, the Inter-Array Convention.
Well, of course, we'd be honored to host. No, that timeline's totally fine. Like I said, we are brimming with cutting-edge ideas over here.
Well, that's great. Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you so much, Alistair. Ta for now.
Okay, we're gonna need a much better idea much sooner.
How sooner?
I just signed us up to host the Inter-Array Convention in 3 months.
3 months?
Delegates from the entire galaxy are going to be coming to the moon, and they will expect us to deliver a stunning moon reform plan.
Well,
I guess I have always wanted to go to a convention. Plus, I think the guys will be happy to have some visitors for once.
You know what? The way I see it, we've both been wronged here.
You want to restore your family's legacy. I want to restore my political career. And if we can actually pull this off, we're going to give the array no choice but to take us seriously again.
Okay, I'm in. No, it's because Glark loves Mesmeralda that he won't let her upload her consciousness into a robot vessel.
But they can't be together forever, especially when she's in her human form.
If he uploads her now, she'll die. Clark wants her to live a full human life first.
Clone, please. Glark is just scared, and she's paying the price.
Yeah, of course he's scared. Wouldn't you be? Robots aren't supposed to love.
No, first of all, it shouldn't
I was
even be
reflecting
Clark's
the life
decision.
that I
It should
see.
be Mesmeralda's decision.
okay.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point of the book. Did you read the book?
you
I
read it?
wrote
Read
the book.
I don't
Read
know
it
how to
again.
explain That's the book.
You should be writing these books.
I should be writing these.
Okay, well, if we look at the text. I love this place.
Hell yeah. Ha! Ha!